So many people are asking me why I'm not starting my training contract. Why am I talking about moving out of London? Did I fail the SQE and did I lose my training contract? Well, no. I have officially passed SQE2, which means I've now passed every single exam I need to become a solicitor. It has been a long, chaotic, traumatic journey. And I know loads of you have been following me for a while now, and some of you have seen my journey right through from when I started the SQE this past year. So thank you so much for supporting me along the way. I'm now entering a completely new era of my life, so I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a life update, kind of reflecting on what I've been doing this last year and talking about what's next. First things first, I have not lost my training contract. There is a reason I'm not talking about this yet, and I'll get to that a little bit later in the video. Before that, I just want to reflect on how this last year has gone. I really don't think you guys would believe how many DMs I get every single day from people worried about starting the SQE, worried about starting law school, worried about starting A-levels. It's actually quite overwhelming and hard to explain to everyone how I found these experiences, so I thought I'd make a video instead. This whole year for me has really been a learning curve. I started the SQE thinking it was going to be really easy. I didn't know anybody who had done it, so my only impression of the SQE was the SRA spec questions. Obviously, you guys know now that they do not represent the exam in any way, shape, or form. I think when I did the practice SQE1 questions that the SRA have put out, I got like 90%. So I was thinking, this is gonna be easy. They are so unbelievably unhelpful. For the actual exam, they are genuinely as useful as a chocolate teapot. So there was quite a big shift, and it was really overwhelming when I realized that this was going to be one of the most intense things that I've ever had to do. And I will stand by that. When people say to me that I should or I shouldn't say certain things about the SQE, because obviously everybody's already nervous about it, I am always going to speak my truth. And my truth is that it was the most challenging, intense, physically, emotionally, spiritually draining experience I have ever had to put myself through, and I genuinely don't know if I would be able to do it again. However, I did it, which shows that it's possible. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and tell you that it's going to be easy, because it is not. That's not helping you. And trust me, you don't want to experience the shock to the system I had when starting the SQE. With all of that being said, compared to some other people, I think it might look like I didn't do that much work. And to be honest, I definitely didn't compared to some people. I prioritized working smart over working hard. This exam is a hurdle, and you need to come up with a strategy on how you're going to jump over that hurdle. You don't get extra credit for getting 100% in this exam. You literally just need to pass. And that is the kind of mentality that I went into this with. Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely did a lot of work, probably more than I've ever had to do in my whole life. But some people look at what I did. Well, let's say, when I was tracking how many hours I was working each day in SQE1 and posting them online, some people would say in the comments, oh, I'm doing way more than him, I'm definitely gonna pass, as if I'm not gonna then read those comments. Although this SQE experience, like I said, has been traumatic, I am glad that I've been through it. I think I am a much stronger person coming out of it, and I just don't care what people think as much anymore. This has also got a lot to do with this account and the things that I've had to endure over the last year in relation to that. Everything from, you know, people cheering me on to literal threats. We're not going to get into that. I'm so thankful for this account because it really has provided me with so many opportunities. I had the opportunity to meet some of you guys, even at test centres. I spoke on the keynote of Legal Cheek's annual conference in front of hundreds of legal organisations and law firms. And literally last week, I was on BBC Radio. But it's also more than that. This account has provided me with personal opportunities for growth. Things that maybe a year ago would have completely destroyed my self-confidence no longer affect me at all. I was joking with some of my friends about this recently, but it is really true. Some of the things that have happened to me recently had the potential maybe a year ago to absolutely ruin my day and make me cry like the world is over. Like, that is how I would have felt. And genuinely, my response now is always, oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's upsetting. Oh well. And it's not just this account, it's a mixture of this and the SQE. I think the point that I'm getting to is with the SQE, you can either let it break you or you can come out stronger from it. I do feel like, especially SQE 1, almost broke me. But the fact that I proved to myself that I could get through it, I low-key feel invincible now. I feel like any goal is achievable, even if it doesn't always come to me straight away or in the way that I want to, I can achieve that goal. Anyway, this is not exclusive to me. All of my friends have kind of said they've changed as people over the last year as well. So it's something that I want you to be prepared for is you're going to change as a result of these exams and this experience. You're not going to be the same person that you were before them. I can say that the trauma of the SQE has changed me physically, emotionally and spiritually.
And I'm kind of glad about that.
Anyway, so what am I doing now? What's going on with my training contract? So the truth is, there is a reason why I haven't talked about my training contract, and that is because I am not starting it. In September anyway. No, I didn't lose my training contract. No, my training contract didn't get delayed. When I got my training contract, I was always on the March cohort for my firm. My firm is a very big international firm, so they split their trainee intake between September and March, and I was always in the March cohort. You guys are gonna remember, I'm literally 22 years old. I'm so young to be going into this career. I went straight from school, straight to sixth form, straight to university, straight into the SQE with no gap years. I have been going non-stop. So I'm very thankful to be in the cohort that does start in March, as it just gives me some time to really just pause. And I know a lot of my friends who start in September were definitely extremely jealous because we were all very burnt out near the end. Obviously, I've never had any prolonged period of time off. So this is going to be really exciting for me. It's going to be a new era, my fun employed life. I'm not going to be working in that 6 months that I am taking off, purely because after that, I'm going to be working for the rest of my life. And also, you know, there is the fact that I am so young. I have the ability to do that. And obviously, if I was older, that might not have been a possibility for me. Yeah, so I'm going to take these 6 months to really spend some time with my family and just reconnect with some people and get back to being a human. I'm not trying to be odd, but the SQE has really restricted how much of a normal life I could live. I have had a lot of shit from my grandparents because I have not been able to see them as much as I used to. It has really hurt me deeply to my core. Family is literally one of the most important things to me. So that's one of the main things I'm going to be doing in my time off, is spending time with my family. I'm also planning on going on holiday, but I'm not exactly sure whether that's going to materialize, but we're hoping. And I'm going to do a lot of work on my content. I'm in a very unique position now, and I feel like there's so much demand from you guys for more help with the SQE, given how secretive the whole thing is. So I'm really going to work hard over this 6 months to improve the amount of information there is out there for you guys. If there is something specific that you want me to do or develop now, I have the time. So it's the perfect time to let me know. Whether that comes to the SQE, training contract applications, university, anything really. Yeah, that's where we are now. I'm moving out of London for a couple of months back home, and then I will be coming back to London in the new year and starting my training contract in March 2025. I'm also going to bring you guys along the journey so you can see what it's like to actually prepare to start a training contract. And of course, when I actually start my training contract, I'm going to show you what that's like too. Yeah, lots of exciting things are coming, but that is what we have been doing and what's next. Again, a massive thank you guys for being with me along this journey. It really has been transformative. Actually, while I'm here, I recently checked my stats, and around 70% of the people who regularly watch and regularly engage with my content. So you guys obviously like the content. Do not follow me. It would genuinely help me out so much if those people followed me, as it would just provide me with so much more opportunities to make more content for you guys. So if you're watching this now, to this point, please just take a moment to check if you're following me, please. Yeah, I'm so excited to take you guys on this next journey with me. Thank you.